Now return to Tropico 5. Okay, there's a few things to do. First of all, we need to be making some money back here, so we're going to wait on that. Got a high school being built. Got a few people who are out of homes. I'm not really sure why, because we should have plenty of space for them. But, a couple things here. Let's see, we can turn on shaving pens. Well, okay, I guess the game has to go. Increase job quality there, and then we now actually have a new we now have new exports that don't require any relations. So gold seems like the thing to do, just straight up. Now that is going to hurt us a little bit with the allies, just a little bit, but it's all about the money. Now we just got 27 new citizens, which is crazy because we were on top of the employment here. So we can employ them in factories and such, which is great, but we don't have that option at the moment. Oh, right. Then, just got ourselves a bunch of money. I think we should probably look to our security. So before we go too deeply into this, let's see where I want to maybe cut this off. Now, I was saving these areas before, but their fertility is no longer very good. So I think we can afford to go ahead and turn these into something here. I should probably actually be looking at the slope, because now we have to worry about whether or not they'll be able to build anywhere. But if we, maybe if we put that road here, because then we'll have a space of 4. Should be helpful a little bit. And then I suppose if I wanted to, I could run a thing out here. Maybe we'll put an army base up here or something. Right, the security, which is espionage? Checkpoint, there you go. Now, can we put that? Okay. How does this work? Well, that's kind of what I was afraid of, was the slope. It bothers me that I can't build there, though. Can I build? I can build something else. We do need to build a dungeon eventually. In fact, maybe we'll put a dungeon and something up there. Security checkpoint. Can't go on the slope there. Alright. Now, I'm wondering where the crossing is. What exactly is this? It must be placed next to a road. Discovers roles in the area. Decreases liberty and slows traffic. Okay. Well, I mean, since this is right here, this will be our entry point, and having it kind of branch off there. If I don't branch the road, maybe it would be better to have one down here. It's kind of nearby, but it's not really good for it. About. Well, it did fit here, so. Now it says in the nearby area. Actually, just having it right here so everybody crosses would be good. It says in the nearby area. Whereas I believe in Tropico 6, it's when they pass through here. Let's go ahead and just put it down. We'll see. Maybe like everyone who comes off the boat will get tagged as they come in. What I'd kind of like to do is maybe mark one on either end here, so that as everybody's walking through, they get tagged, if that's how that works. Greatly reduces liberty. Spy Academy trains agents and enables espionage. Local agents, loyal agents, will defend you against enemy espionage. That's probably important. That's not what I was after initially, though. Oh, hey, a fortress. Actually, put that. Well, maybe we'll end up putting that. Or maybe we won't. Actually, right there would be good. Bunker right at the front. No, what I wanted to do was figure out how to find people. Is it the Inquisition? Allows the persecution of factions. Discovers the hidden roles of citizens. That might be it. Guarantees minimum level of healthcare on the whole island. Removes the negative effect of the discredit action. An asylum might not actually be a bad idea. Boy, that gets real tied up in there. But we could put an asylum right across from Dente. Can I utilize that? No. Oh, maybe put it way out here so it's not terrible. Okay, well, we should put down a police station regardless. In fact, now that we can fit one there, we'll just put it right here. I need to watch my money. Our clinic. Okay, someone shut your dog up, please. The clinic. Where the hell is the clinic that I just had? This. Clinic's already full, so we need to perhaps have another one. And in fact, this area, this tight little area right here, would be a good place for that. 2,000. Okay, I think we can do that because I do intend to expand housing in this area. Alternatively, can anything go there? No. Yeah, that's the closest I can get. Well, alright. No, not tavern. Clinic. Okay. I don't want it to be too close, but I don't want it to be too far away from anything important. Way over here is kind of out of the way. Put it like right there. Gets rid of that house too. I think that person can actually live somewhere. You can too. Pretty sure. Poor? We need to be poor to live here. You could absolutely live there instead of this shack. Whatever. Okay, so that's enough there. We don't really need to be spending a whole lot more money at the moment. I don't know, these are pretty good, but only if you're going on a building spree because of the amount of money it takes up. So I think for now, oh, right, because we're also exporting gold, I noticed that there's nobody in here. So I'm going to bump up the money here to try and get them to work here instead. And then was there something else? Acrylic dyes. Okay, well that would be good. That's very expensive. I think for now we'll be fine. All of that. Okay. Let the game go a little bit more. I think that I'm going to want to put down eventually put down another Teamster's office in this area. Maybe even construction down here because I do want to expand our industry. Do still have fisheries out here to deal with. Eventually. What's that? Oh, it must be where the Rangers are going, I guess. End this up. Yeah. I want to get this going here soon as well. I want to deal with that oil. That is interesting. I didn't even notice that oil up here. Still don't even know where that is in here. You'd think it'd be part of this.
There's trouble with our new high school. Comrade Presidente, you'll have to step in and solve the issue.
I remember my own high school years. I was an acne-covered menace back then. The head cheerleader once stole my jock boyfriend Raul, so I made her eat her own pom-poms. Then I said to Raul, "You can't dump me, I'll dump you," and promptly pushed him in a cesspit. Luckily, I've changed for the better since then.
Okay. Well, I do eventually want that cannery. We'd have no electricity to do so, but what this will do is it'll hold on to it and allow me to build it for free later. Now the barracks, on the other hand, I wish I could see my factions right now. I think my military standing's pretty high. I think I saw that being like 80% or something. So, but a free barracks down by the dock here. I mean, as we've seen, I'm not exactly super strong. Speaking of which, I need to go upgrade my troops to actual infantry, no longer the militia. So canneries in the future, that would be nice. But we don't even have anything that I can make with it. So barracks now or observatory would be also nice. Because I do want to have more research coming in. when we go to socialism, I think. I don't know, I was looking around here. Something's going to take like 36 months. It's going to take forever to build up. So the more generation of research would be better. I guess in the short term, maybe we should go barracks. I feel like there's going to come a point where I'm just not going to have the people that I need. Do that. Now I'm not sure how to see factions. Is it politics? I guess it'd be politics. Factions. Yeah, the religious... I mean, that's fine, though. Although they are the second largest voting bloc. But having good standing with the military overall... God, where is that? There it is. Military loyalty, 84%. Yeah. And that'll be fine. And then, I mean, what even is... Just the barracks provides a squad of infantry. Provides a colonial infantry, the squad can be sent to explore uncharted lands. Okay, so I can do that from here. So even though I've got the Rangers out there doing that now...
Viva el Presidente!
Could you... Where are you? I think they're off on that. I can have one more squad, but anyway, while we're here, let's spend the $2,000 to get a regular infantry out of these guys. That'll help. And then we can put that barracks down here somewhere. It's free, I may as well put it down now. I mean, if I'm going to put that and a fort down here, maybe that's a little too much for one area. Put it here, so it kind of helps out. Maybe along the road on this side. I don't know what that does for Liberty, though. You know, perhaps saving down here, because I do want another port down here. Should we do the road that way? It'd probably take them forever to get to me here, too. But if I do put like a fort up front... I'm not really sure what the good choice is. You'd think forts along the beach, because they'd be choke points that people could hang out in, and then I could put my barracks up here where they can move a little bit further. Maybe we should do that. Maybe we should put a barracks up here, and then that way they have options of where they move later, kind of like the fort. What's the difference here? Engages enemy soldiers in the vicinity. Okay, so it basically slows them down. And then the squad of infantry, I assume, moves into the forts? Okay, so it's like a guard tower, only... Yeah. The actual troops come out of these. Eventually we'll want an army base so that we can have the... Okay. Well... But I mean, it's essentially the same thing. I guess it's just that these are hard points with a lot more health and defense. Maybe having a barracks down here wouldn't be a bad thing after all. Just so that we have something to engage while my elite troops come out of the palace, and then these guys kind of have waves available. I don't like it being right there, though. I feel like it should just come right here. Not really ready for that. You know what? Let's just hold off on it. It'll be free for the next time I need it. Although we do have a lot of people who can be employed right now. Let's see if this did the trick. It did. Good. Everyone's working there now. There's people working in school. We do. Start having that going. Where are we at with homeless and unemployed? Okay. Tenement right up the back. To the front of that. Okay, so it faces out that way. Good. Good to know. Toll taxes begin to generate a small profit for every car that passes through for your Swiss bank account. Now, there's an idea. Because, like, that's the road. Every car in the world is going to come through this way.
A shout out to the Tropican police, who just got a new home. Officer Mendez, you know you can strip search me anytime. Also, you forgot your handcuffs. I kept them as a little memento. But if you need them, I could take your hat instead.
Okay. What do we have going on here? Fire brigade sends fire trucks to put out fire stations, but the budget's increased. Serves a larger area, but the budget's increased. Okay. Well, we got rid of the crime problem. That's good. You know what? For $4,000, what did it cost me to put out that fire before? Like $2,000? We'll wait and see if it becomes more of a problem. And more people are coming into Tropico. A lot more. Right. Unfortunately, we're just not making the money at the moment. So, what do I need to do there? Obviously, we need to be making money. Let's look at the demographics. Find out who they all are. They appear to just be the illiterate, unwashed masses coming in, so that means we probably need more jobs directed at them. High school is factory level, yeah. So we could get more people into the factories, potentially, but I think right now I need to be expanding upon this stuff. And it's relatively cheap to do so. So let's get that out there. Okay, let's work on food. I think I've only got one corn crop. It's cotton, that's cotton. It's tobacco. Yeah, I've got corn, but then the only other food I'm making is off of pig. What is food happiness? 4 varieties of food. Local consumption of corn is quite high. I wish it was a little bit more. And then we got banana plantation too. Where's the banana plantation? God damn it. This. Okay. Why don't we put in this little area up in here? Now, there was some cotton in there, but I think between the cotton and the wool, we'll have plenty of textile. What are we looking for? Input. Oh, yeah, we've got plenty. Plenty of input sitting there right now. We actually see... I think that this stuff is... Yeah, there's the cloth, and here's the... So, yeah, we don't need to worry about that. But I know this place is good for corn. Don't know that it's good for banana. Do we have any good banana up here? Maybe a little down here. Or a little over here. Okay. You know what? That's, that can work. I can work with that. So, corn. Now, I do want to use that as a road eventually. We're looking at that banana. We're off by a little bit here. But if I... Okay, hold on. Damn it. Cattle, goat, llama, and pig. Okay. You know what? So what we're going to do, we're going to line this up so that the road comes in front of the plantations. We'll put ranches there, and then we'll put some banana that way. Now what? Oh, right. I gotta not do that. Okay. Well, this might not be perfect then. Well, unlocks in the Cold War. But regardless, I think that'll line up nice. So, plantation. I want to take a look at the banana again. So yeah. So if I have the road come off that way. Is that just... Yeah, it's a straight cliff. Okay. plantation of corn. Pretty much where it stops at anyway, so actually that fits perfectly. I always somehow find perfect fit, but I'm not looking for it. Except for here, of course. It's okay, it leaves us another little ranch area up there, I suppose. Do plantation of bananas. I wonder, can I just put the oil well out there? Or does it need to be connected? Because if I could surround it and then just put an oil well on top of that and then they walk through the fields, that'd be ideal. Can I fit one? Not really. Okay, well, we might do it this way then. See, so we're looking at like that tree right there. That only removes a few. If I move it over. Okay, that's not bad actually. Something like gets rid of one. Maybe it gets rid of more than I thought. Well, whatever. Okay, we'll scoop you like that, like that. I might be able to get another one beside it. And then have the road come up the right side and we would still make it down the hill. Or push this over to the side. Doesn't really matter. 6 of 1. Do it like that then. And then one final one. So that's... gets rid of like 2 there. You know what, I think it's going to be fine. In fact, could we get a ranch here? Just to see. No. Doesn't look like we can build anything there. If I pulled it over, though, strangely seems like it would go there. Fussing too much with this. Utility, I can't imagine. I mean, pineapple would be better. Pineapple doesn't go here, does it? It does. I think that's a really good spot for pineapple. We're going to have to use this for pineapple. The thing about pineapple is that its upgrade has like a fertility radius. And so the more pineapple plantations in an area, the better overall production it gives you. Banana will be fine though. I mean, slightly more fertility right there, but I kind of want it to butt up against the ranches just for the aesthetic of it. Okay. Whatever. That'll be good there. Got a bunch of space over here. We'll get maybe the oil parked in now. Oh, parking lot, right. Increases the number of people who use cars and the job quality of all workplaces in the area based on the effectiveness. Right. Now, how did this work again? People take the car to a location, I think. They don't, or was that Tropico 4? I think it was in Tropico 3 that they would go between them, and then in Tropico 4 they would take a car from, or maybe that's it, I don't remember. Either way. Now, dang, this would have been a good place for it, actually. Now that I've got that there. Well, anyway, having such a thing over in this area would probably be a good idea, because then people would actually be able to come to that. I will look that up. I'll have to read the manual again. And then we've got a line here that I wanted to butt up against and run a road down. Could also put in this mine, I suppose. Do not recall offhand what bauxite is good for. Now, if we're going to do this, though, I also need to bear in mind that I will be putting... It's not you. Putting housing up here. People need to live somewhere.
Presidente, we didn't manage to get any research done. So, we decided to steal France's greatest achievements. Unfortunately, we broke into their Museum of Military Accomplishments and all I found was this white flag. It seems we will have to work on our diplomacy skills.
Okay, now, oh, right. What I was looking at was the Constitution. Because I made the changes, it's going to be 26 months before we can make any new changes. So, this option... Oh, wow, that's actually going to take 17 months, huh? Because I was going to say we could do this one first, and then we'd be able to add more to the Constitution that way. So what's going to happen? I need one more technology. Why don't we do electricity, because then it allows me to open up more factories. We need the money production right now. Then I can go into tanks. After the legalese? I don't know. We definitely want to get to socialism, primarily for the literacy program and Social Security. This amount of time is actually not conducive. Perhaps I should have been building something else. I can still build it. But why don't we get the power plant down? Let's see, where are we at? Effectiveness improved, generates research, improves on high terrain. $7,000. What exactly is high terrain, though? Like, this is my highest, so putting it up here would be good. An observatory up in here. Does this need to be connected to road? I can't build over here, apparently. So, we're kind of stuck on that. Okay, we're gonna have to build in this area then. But that'll help. What else? Generates research points. We just have more. Well, let's go ahead and put one down then. It's the front. That looks like the front. Let's put it right next door to this. Build it. Let's see, because I could still fit another tenement in on that side, and then this side. What are we doing here? Can I upgrade you to anything? Generates 25% more for an academic department. Thank you. How about you? Okay. We are graduating students. Good. Probably use another school there. 50 out of 50. Okay, we need more entertainment. That was the thing. Entertainment is the lowest of things at the moment. So yes, as soon as we get another batch of money in, generate to that. See, I do have my Teamsters here. I will probably end up needing another one as this increases. Is there an upgrade for that? There is not. Now that we do have diplomacy, though... right. 4,000 apiece. Alright, let's hold off on that. Because we need to start praising people so that I can start making more... well, I mean, I need more docks first, but then I can make more lucrative exports. What's going on here? Too many people homeless. Okay. Well, in that case, maybe I'll get this
Presidente,
area built up here.
Tropicans await elections next year. They wish to show their everlasting love and respect for you.
88%
They may have
approval.
used different words, but
Yes.
that does not matter.
They keep going for the president, I guess. Okay. Well, I think actually that's probably a good place to stop. So, I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure at all what the oil well is going to take. I think you can just plunk it down. But I would like to maybe put a tenement up here. Actually, maybe if I make like a little area on this side, or just, you know what, I'll start building the housing, actually. Let's see, we want this, we do want another line of plantations, so then I'd maybe draw a road there, just draw a road there and hook it up to there, and then we'll put another housing area with, you know, the clinic and the whatever, all the good stuff here, so that people can be close to their jobs. And then I can put that garage thing. Again, I'll have to look up how that works exactly. But at least having a centralized area where people live will make that a lot better. Then we can put down, you know, more construction offices and all that distribution stuff. Because this is going to become heavily industrialized. I mean, this is a fantastic spot, actually. What with its freedom from volcanoes and the tsunamis. Hopefully no disasters will ever hit. Are tornadoes in this game? Tornadoes are in one of them. I don't remember which. But I do also want to get this explored, so we'll have to send out my people. I don't know where they're currently exploring off to, because it doesn't show me that. But if I can get this, I can get coffee going. We'll get that line down here. We'll get the canneries going. I just need to be making money, and I gotta stop constructing for that to happen. If I can get rid of the construction costs here, we'd be making quite a lot of money, but right now I'm making none at all. And before I do that, too, you know, before I go heavily into that, it'd probably behoove me to do this. This is factories, though. This has nothing to do with the crops. Eventually, I'd like to do this, but we need to be making a lot more money than that. Urban development, maybe I'll hit this one, though. I can do this one before we build our little housing center down here. And I don't think, based upon all this, that there's anything good in that area. Okay, well, maybe coffee, but got an area for coffee down here. Yeah, so it's actually just outside, like the pineapple area. So this little slice right here would be pretty great to just have a nice central housing block. Okay, so housing neighborhood part 2 next time.
Mr. President, my research shows that both domestic and international customers pay much less for Tropican products than they can actually afford. And as you know, a penny lost today is a million lost tomorrow.
No free food, huh? What is food costing me? I guess that maybe that's with the other. This budget just started, so I can't actually see that. I don't know how much that's actually costing me. And I think it would also make it harder, like we would see food happiness go down because of that too, I think, because then people would have to, they would have a harder time. Where's the grocery? Because right now it requires broke, like anyone can come here. Food quality is increased, but budget is increased. We should probably do that too, actually. Yeah, I don't know. Right now, pretty poor population, I think. Wealth. Well, not really, actually. They could afford it. We've only got 24 broke people. And then if I did a subsidy edict, Social Security, poor wealth level for all unemployed, retirees, students, that might be enough. Again, that's a little ways off, but we'll think about that one.
Mr.
I mean,
President,
all I'm
my
getting is
research
standing with
show-
the capitalists, and that's not, damn it, that's not really a thing that I'm concerned with right now, although it is going down quite a bit. 64. They're also not a very large block. If anything, I should be trying to make the religious people happier, and the way I'm going to do that right now, I guess, would be churches. Yeah, we're filling up on that again. That's another thing I got to do. Okay, we'll make the second civic center, and we'll worry about all that other stuff next time.